Alright, today is the fourth day. There's been some more development, so let's just go with it and let's just see what's happening. The 27th of February, fourth day. So in the early mornings of the 27th of February, a Russian missile struck an oil depot in Kyiv, setting the facility ablaze. A radioactive waste disposal site near Kyiv was also hit by airstrikes, but the storage site itself escaped major impact damage, because that would be pretty bad, especially in the concurrent assault on Kiev. Concurrently, there were reports of fighting occurring in Kalevnica. However, it is unclear whether they're referring to the Kievan suburb or the Volhyshkineva suburb, as both share the same name and same geographical district. They're actually twin cities, kinda. So later in the early morning, the Ukrainian army claimed to have destroyed a Karadorsky convoy of 56 tanks in Hostomel and allegedly killed the Chechen general Magomed Tushayev. Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov, however, claims Tushayev was alive and published a video showing him along with Anzor Bishiev, another Chechen commander, having a good time and doing everything that is prohibited by the Quran. Yes, they're drinking, of course. I'm kidding, I don't know what the video is. I will try and source it, but Kadyrov is kind of a billionaire playboy of Chechnya with Putin's blessing, because Chechnya, if you don't know, is pretty much their Iraq, but instead of Iraq being somewhere in the Middle East for America, Chechnya is literally on Russia's doorstep. They're literally right there. What a Karadorsky is as well is a person that follows Karadorsky, of course, so they're pretty much a diehard fan or a yes man until it is time to say no, pretty much. So yeah, they pretty much serve and are loyal to Kadyrov, as they would claim, but I doubt. Fake friends versus real friends, you know? So in the morning of the 27th of February, a Russian airstrike struck an apartment building in the small city of Bucha, located just south of Hostomel. Fighting was also reported in Bucha, and Ukrainian forces destroyed the bridge in the city to slow the advance of the Russian forces. The mayor of the neighboring city of Imprin, Markushin Alexander, later claimed that Ukrainian forces defeated the Russian forces attacking the city, after destroying the bridge between it and Bucha and trapping them inside. Video later emerged on social media showing destroyed armor and several dead bodies in what looks to be BTMs, ATTs, and even a T-72. Now, later on the 27th of February, this is the last update, a large Russian convoy was seen on satellite images just last night, heading towards Ivankiv. The Russian forces that bypassed Chernihiv on the 24th of February began approaching Kiev from the northeast, making it a pincer movement. Kiev Mayor Vitaly Klitschko told the Associated Press, or the AP, that Kiev had been completely encircled, making evacuation of citizens almost impossible. However, he later backtracked from his comments. His office stated that he is speaking figuratively because they are going for that encirclement maneuver, as we said, to try and besiege Kiev. But, according to The Guardian, roads leading out of Kiev from the south are still free and were free from Russian forces just this morning as well. So, what we're looking at here now is that they're still pretty open from the southeast, but they're slowly being entangled from the west, the northwest, right? And the east-west, the east-north, the northeast, right? The northeast. There's also a contingent coming around Broveri, and one coming around Bucha, and they have now entered Imprin. They're still holding up Imprin. But as long as they get to Fasoyo and Obrukiev and even Boraspar, that seems to be pretty much a lock-in pincer movement from the Russian forces here. So like I was saying, as the news comes out, there are still 24 hours in the day. So doing one at 4 o'clock is not the best idea. So I do believe from now on, I will give the news a day to breathe and then collect everything and just make sure. But with that being said, I do believe everything here is correct, because Sky News, CNN, and even Fox News, yes, the Fox News, have all confirmed the satellite images of a 3-mile long convoy heading towards Ivanka and Kyiv. It is 3.5 miles long with tanks, artillery, supply depots, supply trucks, and stuff like that. So it is more of a supply line either catching up or getting ready to enforce the besiegement of Kyiv. So with that being said, I believe the 20th day might hold the secrets. Right now they're in peace talks, supposedly. I don't know if it's a buy time tactic for either side, as Ukraine is still looking for those Stinger missiles and AT-4s and stuff like that. And also Vladimir Putin wants that time so the convoys could actually get into place. Because, I mean, if you're starting an invasion, are you really going to have a peace talk? Like, we all know the end plan is to not make NATO, Ukraine Western align, or at least, like, try and keep them in their sphere of influence, or be like Finland in the Cold War, try and keep them as a neutral buffer like Austria as well. So, there's also that. So, it is really interesting to see what the demands are. So, with that being said, the days are just focused on Kiev, so I may have to do a separate video on the peace and what Putin is asking for. It won't be tomorrow though, because remember we have the interview tomorrow. So with that being said, I do hope you enjoyed. I do hope you like it. A bit more professional, a bit more laid back this time instead of being a bit more stiff. I might do this video again, like the whole thing from the 24th all the way down to whenever they hold or whenever they cease fire or whenever the Russians inevitably catch it. But you gotta admit, 5 days in modern warfare, I mean, that is pretty impressive. I mean, at least the Finns had the 1940s going for them, right? So it was still people with bolt action rifles and all that kind of stuff. I mean, like, there were Minutemen and women on both sides. So, I mean, a rifle, it is possible to like really go hard with a rifle, but at the same time, it is not. Especially if you get catch reloading. Also, there's Simo Heha, which is obviously the White Deaths. So they had that on their side. But with that being said, though, I would like to know your thoughts on it. I would like to see what you think about it. This is not my longest video, but from the one that I did for the 4th day, this is still pretty good. So like I said, I'll try and give the day a day to breathe and look at all the news sources, see if I can get any news, any more reliable news sources, and pick and choose extra little bits and bits like the 3.5 mile long instead of just being a long convoy to Kiev. So, and also play my geopolitical analysis, because I did go to school for it, so it was free, but, you know, I might as well still flex my muscles, you know. But with that being said, and with me out of the way, glory to Ukraine, hold fast, stay safe, and till next time, see you later, Kiev. I'm not in Kiev, of course. Stay safe, learn something.